When we woke up this morning, they were talking about fairly light winds, maybe 5, 10, 15 at the most, out of the north, which kind of changed the game for the last day in the Aim event. We had all practice, there was no wind. Then we had south winds and west winds for the first 2 days of the tournament. Now north winds and a cold front. So you don't really know what to expect. We went back to the same area. I knew with the wind that the water temperatures shouldn't change much, so I was hoping that it would be okay. What I didn't realize is how rough it was going to be. We got about halfway across the bay, and the 2-footers turned into 4-footers. For a while, for a couple hours this morning, the wind was really howling. I mean, there's probably some 4-footers that we were fishing in, and the place was nuts. I mean, we set up, and there were 2 different times where we had fish on all 6 lines at the same time. That's unbelievable. I mean, it's almost unheard of. And unlike yesterday, when I was kind of whining about just the little fish, you know, biting my lines and not getting the big ones, today about every other bite was a big fish. And it was pretty cool. We made a number of passes, caught a lot of fish, got that big weight, and then you could see the cold water on the graph sliding in. It actually created a thermocline, and the fish got up into the thermocline. I thought, well, I'll just fish above them, because the thermocline was raising as that cold water came in. It seeps in from the bottom, but they wouldn't bite. I got the baits above them. It was frustrating. All of a sudden, that thermocline raised just a little bit more, and then the fish were gone too, and you couldn't find them. So we spent the last 2 hours going to different areas, but it was rough enough, and I was far enough away from other areas. We just didn't do real well. So thankfully, I told Chris that you know, the one cool thing about it is, since the bite was fast and furious early, if the rest of the areas got that cold water coming in, that it was a good thing we had that big weight. And in retrospect, that's what happened, because I know John Schneider had the same thing happen to him. His bite shut off also, and they scrambled and did get a couple other fish, but we just got lucky. We got big bites fast and put them in the boat. So it was a blast. For me personally, and I can't tell you, it's as you get older, you wonder if you're going to win another one. And I've been close a few times here in the last few years, but I've got a good boat again. And not that I didn't have a decent boat before, but this is a beast. I can go wherever I want, doesn't matter how windy it is, and it tracks well in the wind. You know, we've got a real player here with this boat, and honestly, the boat helped with the wind. Chris, I can't say enough about him. Unbelievable. He caught the biggest fish today again, and he's just like a machine for a guy who doesn't do this for a living. I can't say that much more.
Oh, no,
so.
Thanks, Gary. And I would echo your comments. I mean, it was chaos out there for the first 3 hours here today. You know, we probably had our 50 pounds by 11 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
And it's probably the last fish we caught. Yep. 11 o'clock this morning, that thermocline came in, and the fish scattered, and then we tried to scatter after them and couldn't find them. But the good news in a way was, you know, we got our fish early, and the bite kind of stopped for everybody. So luckily we got after it. As you said, we got a great boat, unbelievable boat. I couldn't be happier. On the same rig as well, and Gary and I have been fishing together for a long time, and I really appreciated the opportunity to fish with Gary, to win a tournament with Gary is a privilege, as I had said on stage as well. So it's an honor to fish with Gary, and it's an honor to win a tournament. And like I said, maybe we come back and do it again next year.
Yep, we have to defend the title now.
That's right.
So it'll be pretty cool.
Fantastic day.